Washington, D.C. Special night tonight because the Wizards welcoming the Magic into the city. The fourth and final time that these two teams will see each other. Washington trying to avoid the season sweep. But as I mentioned, inside the comfortable confines of Capital One Arena, you will find a young Wizards team ready to perform as they did last night, coming off a big win against the Sacramento Kings. 4 starters in double figures, multiple players with multiple threes, and gee whiz, well, the golden snitch. It is upon us. Oh, I wish we could play some, games, but we'll do a show. Well, I would like to say welcome to Hogwarts, but, well, tonight I actually get to say that. Welcome to Hogwarts, the home for the institution of education for higher learning for young wizards and muggles alike. Welcome to Wizards Pregame Live. Wes Hall, Christy Winter-Scott, and of course Tony Massenberg. Guys, we're in a good mood today because good things are upon us, coming off of a win last night. I'm very happy. We're going to talk about the young guys and what they've been able to do. As a matter of fact, I want to bring in everybody into this conversation, including our Wizards sideline reporter, Megan McPeak. Megan, let's go ahead and have a little conversation about the youth movement in D.C. A lot of young players, especially Bub Carrington, put on a show last night. Don't forget A.J. Johnson, too.
No doubt. And you all were on the post-game show with me when I spoke with Jordan Poole, and I think he is the best person to use what he said about the rookies to explain why they have been so potent. I think that's the right word to use right now, especially the last couple of weeks, especially A.J. Johnson. But he said when you think of the fact that in a normal situation, rookies are not going to be afforded this excess amount of playing time, it's going to speed up their learning curve. And I think we've seen that with them. He also said they are way more comfortable playing in the NBA and playing at the NBA level as the season has gone on. He's seen it himself. He can see it in the way that they are playing when he's not on the floor. And then he also said that they're learning in real time. So utilizing everything that they have been able to go through with the film, they're taking it and then adapting to it and implementing it in real time. Typical rookies in regular situations, as you all know this, and Tony, with being in the league and being a rookie yourself, you usually are not afforded this type of opportunity, and they have flourished and taken it by the horns.
Well, I'll say this, Megan, when you get the opportunity as a rookie to play early, it really helps you because one of the things that you're really worried about what matter rookie you talk to, whether he's the first pick or the last pick, there's always a question mark of, do I belong? Can I really do this? And for you to be in a situation where you're getting minutes like an Alex Saul, Bub Carrington, Keyshawn, and even AJ, as you mentioned, and you're flourishing in your role, whatever that role may be, nothing can make up for that. There is no substitute for quality time on the basketball court against the best basketball players in the world, guys.
To whom much is given, much is expected, and that has to be from yourself, right? And I coached for a long time, also played, obviously, but when you have the trust of your coach to afford you, like you said, Megan, the opportunity to go out and compete, a lot is expected of that, right? And it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to make mistakes, but a lot is expected in terms of the learning curve because of that opportunity that you have earned, okay, to get out there and maximize your impact minutes that you have on the court. And I think that's really been a blessing for these young guys to go out there and take advantage of this opportunity to gain the traction and leverage necessary to improve, and not just statistically, but with the understanding of what to do because of the errors that you are allowed to make right now. So I really think it's a really good blessing for these young guys to get out there and be in the trenches and go for it and stay locked in.
Megan, I'm a fan of numbers. Look at this. Rookies rising to the occasion. We see the numbers that they had last night against Sacramento. But more importantly, when you think about Alex Sarr, the youngest center in NBA history with 100 made threes, along with his counterparts, you're looking at a team that has the first team in NBA history to have 3 rookies with 100 or more made threes. Megan, your thoughts?
I mean, it's exactly what Christy said and what Tony said. Like, the fact that they were afforded the opportunity to be in a situation where they knew coming in after they were drafted, you have your conversations obviously with the front office on what your roles, what your expectations are and all of that, and of course too with the head coach and Brian Keefe. they understood what the situation was and that they were going to be able to play not just a lot of minutes, but heavy minutes. Like there have been times where they have played 30, 35, 40 minutes a game. That is uncommon, as Tony said, in this league for rookies. So what did they do with it? They understood not only the situation, they understood that they need to take every single opportunity that they have on the floor to get better, to learn and adapt and implement in real time. And I think that has been the most impressive thing for me, is the fact that they not only understand what the situation is in the organization and how they're trying to build for the future, but that they have something in front of them, which is minutes that rookies don't always have. I need to take advantage of this and build and start to look at my career of how I can build myself and grow myself moving forward. And I think Alex has been the one of the best bright spots of the rookies in how he started at Summer League, and we all know the conversations around that, and to where he is right now in the conversation for Rookie of the Year.
Indeed he is. Megan, thank you so much for the insight and breakdown. Remember, it's Hogwarts night, so make sure you get your Harry Potter scarf. You know what I'm saying? Harry Potter, yeah.
I have never seen the movies or read the book.
You want to
Judge
tell
me
people
if you
that?
want to.
Same. I'm in that
Join
boat.
Thank you,
club.
Christy. Thank
Me
you.
and you.
Join the club.
Expelliarmus! Anyway, Megan, thanks so much. We'll see you at Post Game Live.
Something for the summer to do. We can do that on the weekend.
Guess what? I want to take a look at Keyshawn George. His rookie ranks for the 24-25 season. You see the minutes. You see the 3 points made. 3-point game made per game at second. First in steals per game. I like that a lot out of young Keyshawn George. But for more numbers and understanding, Chase Hughes has the latest on Keyshawn.
I recently uncovered a crazy story involving Keyshawn George and Capital City Go-Go head coach Cody Toppert. So it starts when Keyshawn was just 12 years old and he was growing up in Switzerland. And he and his father Dion watched a YouTube workout video that was hosted by Cody Toppert. And they were inspired by the message behind it, which was basically you have to work on your basketball game every day, just like you take your daily vitamins. So Keyshawn and Dion went out into their driveway and did these drills every day from when Keyshawn was 12 to 15 years old, and it helped him get to the NBA. And in a very ironic twist of fate, both Keyshawn and Cody are part of the same NBA organization with the Wizards. So the message there is a powerful one. If you're a young basketball player, work on your game every day, treat it like your daily vitamins, and who knows, maybe someday you'll make it to the NBA like Keyshawn George did.
Well done, Chase Hughes. We appreciate the breakdown on the young guy, but we're going to do a Keyshawn George year in review. And I'm already thinking right now, when you had 31 straight games with a made three, I think that puts you in a unique category. So let's go for it, Kristen.
Oh, that does. I mean, you already knew what he came with his toolkit with, right? He has so many different things that he does well on the court. You saw that at Miami. But for him to come in and stay confident and understand that the second time you play teams, they're going to be taking away your first two best options to score. So you better have a counter. And that's what I've seen from Keyshawn George. I've seen him adapt to the counters that he's had to make because of the way the defenses have been challenging his first two best offensive moves.
So what I've seen, and I agree with you, Christy, with growth, but I've seen the growth in his offensive production when I look at the fact he shoots the basketball with more confidence. That's why he's ranked higher than a lot of guys that were ranked higher than him in the draft. He's third amongst three-pointers made. Then I look at the way he's become a reliable defender. His versatility there. He can guard multiple positions. He's also offensively gifted enough with the basketball to even play make and run the point guard position at 6'7". So you can call him a point forward if you like, which is something that everybody in this league loves to have on their team. So when I look at Keyshawn George, I look at the fact that he has the biggest margin of improvement, I think, from the beginning of the season to where he is. And that's saying a whole lot on a team that is potentially featuring a Rookie of the Year in Alex Sarr and another rookie who is leading all rookies in minutes played in Bub Carrington.
Rather potent rookie class, kind of like some first years at Hogwarts. That's what I would say when you got Ron and Hermione and young Harry Potter himself. You can think when the young kids get together, nice things happen. So shout out to Keyshawn George. And speaking of this, matter of fact, we come up on the other side of the break. We're going to have some more fun with the Harry Potter universe. Oh, we're going to get into the sorting hat Because as you know, when first years arrive at campus, they must be sorted into their proper house. So we're going to find out which young Wizards player, or maybe a second-year player, that might belong in their proper assortment. We'll get you set for that on the other side. Plus, Wizards fans, the all-new Monumental Game Center has arrived, and you can scan the QR code or visit monumentalplus.com/Game Center to receive live betting odds from BetMGM, real-time stats, and play Wizards trivia throughout tonight's game. Welcome back, Wizards Pregame Live. Taking a trip back in time, not too far ago, January 13th. Corey Kispert and Jordan Poole showing up for a night at the office, but Jordan Poole donning a cloak of the House of Ravensclaw. Yes, for our Harry Potter fans, you know what it's all about tonight, celebrating the Wizards, the Muggles, and the literal Wizards on the court here in Capital One Arena. Of course, we're going to have some fun tonight because I got my scarf. Tony and Christy have been having fun with us so far. So in the era of Harry Potter, you know, the sorting hat, what house does a player belong to, or a person?
I like that.
Guess what? We're going to do that using your Wizards players. And so we're going to start in the House of Gryffindor. These characteristics define what traits a house member would be: courage, chivalry, and nerve. What Wizards player is a House of Gryffindor, Tony?
So for me, I'm looking at that right there, Wes. I'm thinking Bub Carrington.
Okay.
When I think about the courage, we know that as a rookie, he's come in and has played under control, has done a lot of things, and has powered his way through making rookie mistakes. He doesn't typically make those. Then you talk about chivalry. He appreciates the game. He understands the tradition of the game. He's been taught by his dad. And so with that, I say he has an old school soul with his game. And then when you talk about toughness, Wes,
yes,
he is physically tough. We have seen him take some tough shots in game, some tough falls that we thought he may not even be ready to play the next game. But what does he do? He shakes it off. He's even come back in some games right after taking tough falls. And so you know that he's physically tough. And obviously we've talked about what he's been dealing with his loss, losing his dad. So we understand there's a certain area of mental toughness there as well to be able to play through it all.
So we were going to give the House of Gryffindor 2 points, courtesy of Tony Massenberg, but now we move into Ravensclaw. Christy Winter-Scott, I see intelligence, wit, and creativity. What player would that be?
Oh, I have to go with Bilal Coulibaly. I love the way that Bilal Coulibaly has attacked his sophomore season here in the district. He has been amazing to me because he has made an exponential jump from year 1 to year 2, with also a silver medal in the summer in his home, Paris. But I love the way that he has stayed in attack mode. He's played with a level of confidence that is different from last year. You can tell what he learned as a rookie, and he is applying it in his sophomore year. And I just love the fact that he's been able to play on all 3 levels for the Wizards. But the top of the list for me will always be his defense. He loves to shoot the gap and get downhill in transition, and picking up the pace and the tempo for this young Wizards team. He is the lead dog when it comes to defensive energy and attention to detail.
2 points to House of Ravenclaw on behalf of Bilal Coulibaly because of Christy Winter-Scott. We move on to Hufflepuff. We like the Hufflepuff. Loyalty, modesty, and patience. Tony Massenberg, who would that be?
So with that loyalty, modesty, and patience, I'm thinking of Corey Kispert.
Okay.
Now I look at Corey and I think about the ultimate professional. What do I mean by that, Wes,
Yes.
when I say ultimate professional? He comes in, he does what's expected of him, and more importantly, he's added things to his game. This is an individual who came into the organization with a reputation as a three-point shooter. But since he has been here, not only has he been relied upon to knock down the three-point shots, but he's also been someone who's been relied upon to defend. He's become a much better defender and playmaker, and offensively, he's added a lot to his game. He is not just a spot-up, catch-and-shoot type of player. He can drive the ball to the basket. He's been great in transition, and the thing that I love about him when you talk about resourceful, well, not resourceful, but the fact that he's one of these players who covers a lot of boxes, he also rebounds.
Yes.
So I look at that, defense, rebounding, and a reliable shooter, and just a great scorer overall.
Well done, Tony. Finally, the House of Slytherin, the house of he who shall remain nameless. But we're going to put a Wizards player on that name. Ambitious, determined, and resourceful. Christy, you're matching the House of Slytherin. Who would this player be?
I love that. Slytherin. Hey, we all have to do the pool pose right now. Do the pool pose with me. Do it. Okay. It is Jordan Poole for me. Jordan Poole has been magnificent this season. He has been a leader in a consummate way, not just statistically, where across the board for him individually has been off the charts. He has been an overachiever, but he has taken so much pride in being an emotional leader for this young team, and he has captured the hearts of this community just like he wanted to. He has dissected every defensive scheme that has come his way this year. He has played on the ball as the point guard, but he is most comfortable off the ball where he can receive screens, but he is very adept at making his own plays and getting buckets at ease. I mean, he is the all-time leader in three-point field goals made for the Washington Wizards, and that just speaks to his work ethic. And I just love the fact that Jordan Poole is here in the district.
Approved, not only by myself, Tony Massenberg and Christy Winter-Scott, but Professor Dumbledore approves as well. Students, you are free to go back to your quarters for the remainder of the evening as we prepare for tonight's festivities against the Orlando Magic. Coming up on the other side of the break here on Pregame Live, we got something else special for you, getting ready for the All-Met Honors presented by the Washington Post, recognizing the D.C. area's top student athletes, hosted by JP Finley and myself, Sunday, April 6, 4 p.m. on Monumental Sports Network and, of course, the Monumental app. Welcome back to Wizards Pregame Live, taking a look at our ESPN Bet Sportsbook pregame odds. With the Wizards over 11.5 threes made at -130, that is a total payout of $17.69 on a $10 bet. We like when the Wizards shoot threes because, hey, puts a smile on the face and makes the crowd go woo. But want to definitely remind you that ESPN Bet Sportsbook right now, live across the DMV, and you can sign up with the promo code WIZARDS to claim your new player offer today. Well, seeing as we're talking about threes, why don't we bring this up? As I mentioned before, 3 rookies with 100 or more made threes. First time in the NBA, and the Wizards hold that crown. So let's talk about what has made these young guys beyond confidence, beyond opportunity. What has made them so proficient at shooting threes, Christy?
It has been the tactical spacing that they have had this season. They had 24 assists in last night's game, but it has been the spacing and the way in which they are utilizing the pick and roll opportunities, especially the high ball screen at the nail extended at the top. They are making the proper reads. They are emptying out to create space for those dribble drives and spray outs for wide open triples. And I think that has been the beauty of their ability to get the threes that they have been able to get.
The spacing is definitely the difference maker. But also, it's the commitment to the system that they want to play and the style of basketball that they want to play. A lot of times when you're a rookie, you have to figure things out at the pro level because when you come in from college or high school, the offense is usually centered around you. But when you get to this level, you have to learn how to play off the ball, which these young guys have gotten much better at doing when you look at them now versus when they first started at the beginning of the season. The familiarity also, I believe, with one another and understanding where certain guys like the basketball and, more importantly, what to expect off of certain dribble drives depending on who's driving the ball to the basket. So overall familiarity, the commitment to the system, and overall just getting better, Wes.
Christy, the fact that on this list, Jordan's a guard, Bub's a guard, Corey's a wing, Keyshawn's a wing. Alex Sarr's a 5/4 with 100 made threes. What does that tell you from a big guy doing it?
Well, that tells you that they're all hoopers. They're all basketball players. I think you're looking now at positionless basketball, and we've seen it across the board. And the fact that Alex Sarr is bringing his international flavor to the court, that's what you're seeing, right? You're seeing a basketball player. It doesn't matter like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 1, 2, 3 when it comes to his ability to knock in triples. So it's all about your skill set at the end of the day. It's not necessarily about what position you're locked into on paper. What are you doing on the floor? And you have to, like you said, it's the skill set of the entire team that has really, really done a good job of molding and gaining chemistry.
It's potential realized. We realized that he could potentially be a solid three-point shooter as a 5 in summer league. We saw some of that. Then we saw more of it in the beginning of the season. Now that potential has turned into something real, and that's what we've seen consistently over the last 10 games or so.
I've loved the growth. I really have. It has been fun to watch these guys grow and develop. We've said it a lot of times, but we actually mean it because we get to watch them every night. So shout out to the young guys again. 100 threes from just 3 of the rookies. 5 of the players overall. Absolutely fabulous. But it's time now for the crossover. I need Chris and Drew on my screen because tonight's basketball match is all about the Wizards and the Magic. Drew, who slows down Paolo Banchero?
Hey, listen, it won't be somebody particular, but the guy that's going to be starting will be Justin Champagnie at that power forward slot due to a lot of guys being out the lineup. But it will take a village. But I want to see them force Paolo Banchero to have to play defense, Chris.
How about the Wizards last night? Beating Sacramento with the Kings having their entire starting unit out there. These young kids are gaining confidence every time we see them on the floor. And if you had JT Thor on your bingo card hitting the essential game winner last night, you win. How about for the 4th and final time, it's the Wizards and Magic closing out their regular season series. The game coming up next on the night we celebrate Harry Potter.